these trips, you get to meet some amazing people. That's what I did on a trip over a year ago now, but it was a lot of fun meeting all the fun folks. But I've got someone very, very special today. The Tesla Plaid grandma herself, Karen, is joining us. Let's find out what makes Tesla and the community so special. This is going to be a lot of fun. You will see. I'm Brian. Welcome to Futuraza. Karen is joining us. We're going to show a little clip real quick to show people just how exciting you are and how much fun you are, and it plays right now.
Oh my.
So Karen, who are you?
Well, let's see. I'm a 77-year-old Tesla fangirl and proud of it. They call me that because I love Tesla. I'm passionate about it. Many years ago, my son decided he wanted to purchase a Tesla, and it was a real treat to go about purchasing this amazing car. And my son, if you know my son, you'll know that he researches everything from top to bottom. And he was convinced that Tesla was the way to go. So.
And I should mention at this point that her son, Ken, has been in videos before. You've seen him. There's a clip playing right now of when he was helping us understand, because you guys went to the delivery event in Austin.
We did.
And he got to walk the line. And Ken worked in the auto business. He knows a few things about what he's actually looking at, where a lot of people would just say, hey, big room full of stuff. And so that's different. So what was your first experience like in a Tesla?
Oh my.
That would be Ken's, wouldn't it?
It would be. It would be. I had ridden in some friends' Teslas and enjoyed that experience. My son, at the time we purchased our Tesla, we couldn't purchase it in Michigan, so we had to go to Ohio to the showroom there, and we got a 2017 Model S red. And it was a joy. And I walked into the showroom and I saw this amazing car that was ours. And I thought, oh, I can hardly wait to get behind the wheel. So on the way home from Ohio to Michigan, I got the opportunity to see what a Tesla really is all about.
And this car, you guys it's still out there. I've ridden it in Whisper. It's still a great car.
No problem. Very, very minute little things, but no major problem in that car at all. And we drive it. We drive all over. Yeah.
So why don't we talk about that? You live in Michigan. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've seen you in Michigan a couple times.
You have?
I've seen you in Texas. You drove to Texas.
We drove to Texas. We did indeed, yes.
We're in California right now. Mm-hmm. You drove to California.
we did, yes.
You've driven to Boca Chica.
Yeah.
You've driven to Washington, D.C.
Yes.
You've driven to Canada.
Yeah.
In the middle and the Northwest.
And to the island.
Vancouver Island.
Vancouver Island, yes.
That is some distance. Now, we got to talk about the clip.
Okay.
You had an opportunity to experience a Plaid. Not just experience, but get behind the wheel.
Oh, my word!
All right, we're coming down slowly. Start pumping the brakes slightly because regen's been taking over for 30 miles an hour.
Oh, crap.
Crazy, isn't it?
Oh, my goodness.
And when we come back, I'm just going to...
So tell me what happened.
I have a wonderful friend. His name is Brian. And my first experience with him was our club rented a race course, and they allowed us to drive our Teslas around the course. And Brian had purchased 2 brand new, beautiful Model S Plaids, and he brought them to the event, and he was allowing people to drive his car around the track and to take rides in his car. So I got to take a ride down Woodward Avenue in Detroit, Michigan, and I was thrilled. I was absolutely thrilled. So when I was all done with my drive, I saw Brian standing off to the side, and I said, I have to go over and let him know how important that was to me, what a wonderful time I had. So I went over and I said, I want to tell you, you're a very generous man. I appreciate riding in this car, and I just wanted to thank you so much. I had the time of my life. He said, how would you like to drive the car? And I thought, he's got to be kidding me. He was not. I said, well, of course I'll drive the car, but you have to be with me. You have to sit in the car with me. He said, we can arrange that. So got in the car, sat behind the wheel, and Brian sat beside me. We had a wonderful young man in the back, and a little girl in the middle back, and her mother on the one side. And Brian said, now I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. What you're going to do is we're going to go down Woodward. I'm going to tell you where to go on Woodward. And if it occurs that you get behind a light and you're the first car at a red light, he said, I want you to prepare yourself. And when that light turns green, I want you to put your foot on the accelerator pedal all the way to the floor. Do not, under any circumstances, no, on the accelerator pedal first. This is my first experience with him. Okay. And do not let up, because if you've let up, you will not experience the true Plaid experience. So I said, okay. So we get to the light. I can't believe it. I'm the first car. He said, all right, now put your foot on the gas, or on the gas, oh, forgive me, on the accelerator, and away you go. And I did. And my head hit the back rest, was sore for several days. The woman behind me had her phone in her hand. Her phone went flying in the back. And I'm telling you, it was an experience. There aren't words to describe that experience. I'll have to come up with something unique. Anyway, I loved the experience. I will remember it for my entire life. And then I met him again in June of this year. We were in Muskegon. It was our Plaid Day, which was Sunday. And Brian came with his brand new 2-day-old Plaid, Model S Plaid. And he said, I want you to drive this down the road. We had rented a road. The police officers were involved. They watched us very carefully, so everything was safe. And he said, I want you to experience this car. And so I got in the car, got behind the wheel, started at the start.
And you're a seasoned pro at this point.
Oh, not really, not really. And got behind the line, the start line. He said, okay, now this is what you're going to do. And he's very thorough explaining everything. He said, you're going to put your foot on the brake. You're going to push it all the way down as far as it'll go. Then you're going to keep it there. Do not move it. Then you're going to take your other foot and you're going to push the accelerator pedal down as far as it will go. And you're going to leave it there. And then I'm going to tell you when you take your foot off the brake. And be prepared. So I said, okay. So I did everything he told me, and then I could see this little beep on the screen. Beep, 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 beep. He said, okay, you are ready to launch. And launch is what we did. He said, take your foot off the brake when you're ready. Took my foot off the brake, kept my foot on the gas, and we launched, literally launched down that road. And I thought my first experience with Brian and his Model S was extraordinary. This one, was ballistic. It was over the top. And I can't explain in words how thrilling that experience was. That was the pinnacle. And from then on, I always loved Teslas, but from then on, I was passionate about them, absolutely passionate.
So you've driven cars before, you've seen some fun cars before.
I have.
Have you ever seen a community like this?
Never, 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 never. They are the most welcoming, loving, kind people I have ever had the opportunity to meet. What's wonderful is going and talking to them because they have ideas, and it's like you're seeing a different Tesla through their eyes, and you learn all kinds of wonderful things, new ways to drive, new accessories. I love that to put on the car, different trips they've taken. It's amazing because they share. Everyone shares. They share information, but they share themselves. Like you. That's what you're doing right now.
That's what I'm
You are
doing.
sharing yourself. And I've met a lot of people
You have.
who are very loving and caring and sharing. Yes.
Now, you've gone to an event or many. Met anybody exciting? Like, I don't know, the chief designer?
We got an invitation to go to the Cybertruck Delivery in Texas, and it was another incredible experience. And when we got there, they took us around. They led us around the facility, which was pristine. It was immaculate. I thought it was going to smell like, rubber and oil and everything. Nothing. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. I couldn't believe it. And when we got there, Lars and Franz were available to chat with people. So Ken said, "You've got to go over and get your picture so we have a souvenir." So I went over, and Franz, wow, what a guy. So down to earth. Went over, took a picture with him, and I have that picture, and I scrapbooked it. So my memory is vivid. And then Kenneth got the opportunity to talk to Lars, who was amazing, just amazing. Yes.
And with Ken being an engineer, he's got some, very specific questions.
Oh, he does.
And the best person to answer them is right there with him.
Yes.
So we're going to wrap this up, but who are some of the people in the community you've met that have been so much fun?
Oh, everyone, but some specific people that really were so kind and generous with their time. Larry Goldberg meeting him was amazing. You.
Aw.
Many of the YouTubers were just, and they came up. They said, "Oh, hi, how are you?" Wow, what a special feeling I had. I'm 77 years old, and it just means so much to me when people say hi. How you doing? It's a thrilling experience. I will never forget it. I think as I get older, it will be something that will keep me going because I love these events and I'm anxious. We're having a wonderful event in Michigan next year in June, the week right after Father's Day, and I'm kind of listening to a person who has been, just doing the whole thing, arranging it. She's starting right now, making all kinds of decisions and, what she'd like to see and how she'd like this done. And it's wonderful because this experience is going to be something I will be looking forward to all year long. I hope to see many of you there. Please, if you have the opportunity, come to Michigan. More information will be forthcoming, but come to Michigan and have fun. We had wonderful time here in California, and I think the experience in Michigan is going to be as wonderful, or maybe, because we have more experience, possibly a step above. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Yes, we will.
So, you guys, I hope this was fun. You could say that I've met Karen 3 times, but that would require you to say that in several of those we've hung out for days on end.
Yeah.
Because it's not, I mean, do you count a 5-day meeting as 1 or 20? But it is a great community. It is different. I had someone just yesterday say, well, Brian can't be neutral because he's part of the Tesla community. And of course, my commenters were gracious enough to say, that's not a thing. Tesla's not giving him anything or doing, of course, because you follow the product and know the people who know the product, come on.
And that's what we appreciate about you. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I try to know the product a little bit. So guys, in the comments, what do we miss? What do we misunderstand? What do you love most about the community? What's your favorite feature of the cars? I'd like to know. And Karen, I thank you so much for your time, my dear.
Brian, thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And everybody else, like, subscribe. You know what you're doing. And thank you so much to my patrons, my channel members, and my ex-subscribers, who are the reason I'm able to actually get out on the road and do these things and meet these wonderful people. I thank you so much for that. And everybody else, like, subscribe, do the usual. Stay tuned, stay juicy, and I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots, perhaps next June 20th through 22nd in Muskegon, Michigan for the Michigan Big Ol' event.